it's April from April's Home, and I'm here today with my 2-week grocery haul. I wasn't able to get into town to go to Trader Joe's or Costco, so I went to my local Safeway, which is okay because I needed to stock up on a lot of basics. I have a couple of special meals coming up with St. Patrick's Day and Easter, so I needed to get stocked up for that as well as just for our regular 2-week groceries. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to have my son's friends over tomorrow. Well, actually, my son is having his friends over tomorrow, and it is quite a crowd of young adult males, so I'm making a giant hamburger penne pasta casserole. I got a big dish because mine is, even though it's pretty big, my biggest dish is not quite big enough. So I got that and some paper plates and some penne. The Barilla brand penne pasta. It's one of my favorite kinds. And let's see, I also got a bunch of marinara sauce. This one is tomato and basil. I also got a meat sauce and just your classic marinara. So I got like five of those pasta sauces and some more olive oil because I use this for just about all of my cooking, you know, when I'm sauteing meats or anything like that. So some olive oil. And then let's see, I also got this kind of pasta. Let's see, Barilla Collezione, and it's like a gnocchetti, I believe. And then I also picked up some potato gnocchi that we'll be using for one of our meals later on in the week. I needed some Pantry Basics, and I do like to have the chicken rice-a-roni and the beef rice-a-roni on hand, so I got a few of those. I like to use them in recipes sometimes if I need a quick side dish. And then I got some blueberry Jiffy muffin mix. I've been using these since I was a little girl when I first learned to cook. So they have sort of a nostalgic, sort of special place in my kitchen. So I always love to have Jiffy mix. I'm doing a lot of special baking for both St. Patrick's and Easter that require the use of Jell-O. So for St. Patrick's Day, I'm doing my lime bundt cake. So I got a bunch of lime Jell-O for that. And then for Easter, I'm doing Jell-O pies, and I got cherry and raspberry for that, as well as some Peeps, because I like to decorate my Easter cakes with Peeps. So those, and I got some eggs for dyeing with our Easter egg dyeing kit. And let's see, I picked up some hamburger for my casserole tomorrow. I needed a big bunch because I've got a lot of boys to feed. And then picked up some frozen veggies, the little petite Brussels sprouts, which are one of my favorites. This steam in the bag broccoli and carrot and cauliflower blend. And then these are the bell pepper strips that we use in a lot of our like fajitas or Italian sausage sandwiches or Italian beef sandwiches. So we go through these quite a bit. So got a couple bags of these for the freezer, as well as some fajita mix and mild taco seasonings. My daughter loves to have these for lunch sometimes, so I picked her up one of these, just a little microwavable potato thing. And for sandwiches for lunch, I got some deli roast beef, and then I picked up some ground turkey. It was on a really good special, so I got a couple of those. And then I needed cream cheese, so I picked up some spreadable cream cheese and a tub of sour cream, just because we tend to use this in so many different recipes that we go through it quite a bit. Just some basics for the freezer. My son likes to have these chicken pot pies from time to time, and Eggo waffles, so I picked up some of those. And then a bunch of yogurt. I got the lemon Chobani, a bunch of Tillamook yogurts for my husband, a blueberry acai, and a Oregon cherry. Tillamook is an Oregonian brand, so it's kind of nice to have a local one. Oregon raspberry, and a mountain huckleberry, and vanilla bean, and then also some Zoe vanilla. I got a couple of those. And then a Whips. I love these Whips ones. I think they're really delicious. And I got lime because I love anything citrusy. I also picked up a couple of little packets of lunch meat, some honey roasted turkey and regular turkey, and some Munster cheese, which I thought would be good. And then I got some Golden Delicious apples, the cabbages for St. Patrick's Day. We definitely go through this, so I had to buy 2. and carrots, baby carrots, which I also cook along with our corned beef meal, and our baby potatoes. I love our little new spring potatoes for St. Patrick's Day. I got them in both red and white. And then for tomorrow night's big pasta salad, I also got a couple of Italian salads because I like to serve that with it. And I'll also pick up some fresh French bread to serve alongside that as well. For sandwiches and wraps throughout the week, I got some shreds. I also picked up a bag of red delicious apples, just a few to round out some of the apples we already have. And then because I want to serve sliced oranges a few nights during the next 2 weeks, I picked up a bag of these pink Navel oranges. And I also picked up these crackers, which looked really good. It's a original, made from classic potato, and it's a little, apparently a little savory new kind of little chip cracker sort of thing that I thought would be good to have to snack on for lunch and things. I also picked up some cereal. So we've got Raisin Bran, which is just a classic. I also picked up a fun cereal. We love to have these sometimes for late night snacks instead of like dessert. We'll just have a little bowl of cereal. And this one had a free comic book inside that I thought my son might be interested in. So I got that one. And then of course, because it's St. Patrick's Day, I also got a box of Lucky Charms because we do always have Lucky Charms for breakfast on St. Patrick's Day. And then for appetizers, for me and my husband, we really absolutely love these White Castle cheeseburgers. They are not quite the same as the original fresh from White Castle, but when you're all the way out here in Oregon and there's no White Castles around, this has to do the trick. And yeah, my husband grew up in Chicago, so he grew up eating White Castles all the time. And when we were younger and we took a trip there to Chicago, he introduced me to White Castles, and I really love them a lot. So now we're both hooked on these, and we just pick them up occasionally for appetizer night. So those are fun. I also picked up a couple of cake mixes that I'll need to make my Easter and St. Patrick's cake. So just a classic white cake and a classic super moist yellow cake. And some condiments that I needed, just some classic mustard. My daughter needed some of her rice milk. We just get the rice stream kind. And then let's see, we got some salad dressing, both Italian and ranch, just classic for salads and whatnot. And I got some flour tortillas. I use these for sandwich wraps and for fajitas and all that, so those come in handy. From the bakery, I picked up some bagels and some whole wheat bread, and then we got a few treats here. I got these are the raspberry filled powdered donuts from Fran's, and they're just absolutely delicious. These are a classic treat for us, so I thought I'd get these. My kids are both leaving for different spring break activities. My daughter's going on a mission trip all the way to Washington, and my son is visiting his girlfriend's family down in both California and Arizona. So before they leave, I thought we'd have a special little breakfast to send them off. And so I also picked up some old-fashioned donuts. We like these with our coffee. And so yeah, those. And then let's see, I got this that I thought was interesting. It's like a blend of yogurt and oatmeal. I got apple cinnamon flavor, and it just looked interesting, so I got a couple to try out and see if they're any good. I'm not sure how I'll feel about the texture, but it could be good and it could be interesting, so I thought I'd get that for like breakfast or brunch. And then I believe that's about it, except for my one last little tiny treat, a little miniature pot of Haagen-Dazs dulce de leche caramel ice cream, and I'll pop that in the freezer and set it aside for a special treat for myself midweek if I get a little bit of a sweet tooth. So that's about it. This wraps up my giant haul of groceries for 2 weeks of groceries, including 2 holidays in a 2-week span of time, which is quite a bit of cooking and extra grocery purchasing. It's also going to be spring break, so the kids will be around a little bit more before they go on their trips. And yeah, so that is my grocery haul, and now I will go ahead and share with you my 2-week menu plan. Okay, so here is my meal plan for March 16th through 31st. We have definitely got a fun couple of weeks here with both St. Patrick's Day and Easter landing in the last half of March this year. So here is my meal plan. We've got Wednesday the 16th, baked penne casserole with salad and French bread. on Thursday the 17th, it's St. Patrick's Day, so we'll have corned beef, cabbage, potatoes, carrots, Irish soda bread, and lime bundt cake. On Friday the 18th, we'll have leftover corned beef turned into corned beef hash with potatoes and onions, and I like to serve that with something refreshing like orange slices. On Saturday the 19th, we'll have chicken and gnocchi with vodka sauce and some vegetables. On Sunday the 20th, we'll have a date night, so I won't have to cook that night. On Monday the 21st, we'll have mushroom chicken over rice with Brussels sprouts. On Tuesday the 22nd, it is a leftover night, and we'll have some appetizers in the evening to round things out. On Wednesday the 23rd, we'll have steak and baked potatoes and broccoli, and then the next night, Thursday the 24th, we'll have steak fajitas. On Friday the 25th, we'll have turkey and veggie rice bowls. On Sunday the 26th, I don't want to do a lot of cooking because I'll be prepping for Easter Sunday, so I'll just pick up a rotisserie chicken and have that with mashed potatoes and corn. And then Sunday, the 27th, is Easter Sunday, so we'll have ham, potato salad, broccoli bacon salad, rolls, olives, chips, carrots, some dips, and Jell-O pies, and anything else that I decide to put out for our Easter Sunday buffet. On Monday the 28th, we'll have a creamy ham and noodle casserole made with leftover ham from Easter Sunday, as well as some muffins. I like to sometimes serve that with like blueberry muffins or something. Tuesday the 29th, we'll have another leftover night. On Wednesday the 30th, we'll make homemade pizzas. And Thursday the 31st, we'll have breakfast for dinner, Belgian waffles, bacon, eggs, and oranges. So that is our meal plan for the last half of March. Anyway, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe for more videos from April's Home. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Goodbye.